The kicker for
Oops. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back here with another video. Today we are playing Madden 20. The Colts versus, well, the Saints versus the Colts. As you all may know, like always, I am a Saints fan, and I'm playing against the Colts, so, yeah. Give me one moment, I gotta check something here. Alright.
the Saints. Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts making their way out, and it's Jacoby Brissett under center. Andrew Luck's surprise retirement back in late August had opened the door for Brissett to once again assume command of this Indy offense. Remember, he led them through the 2017 season as well. And now with a new contract in tow, he is the man for the foreseeable future. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
Brian Kelly's a great example of how valuable centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the second and third level and deliver blocks.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Brissett. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deon Cain, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fights off the defender. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first.
Well, I just got some unexpected message, so I might have to Alright, this is not gonna take long. I'll be right back.
First and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 at the 19. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
Thank you.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Again, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What?
That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
76.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Colts offense coming back out. It's a team that, as we said, in Week 8 beat Denver 15-13, and it was an interesting game for Adam Vinatieri. He missed a field goal on the Colts opening drive, missed the extra point on the lone touchdown, but then he did what Adam Vinatieri does, Charles, when it mattered. With 30 seconds left, he hit the game-winning field goal.
And he has kept the confidence of his head coach.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Marlon Mack 73 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Brees on the bootleg.
Got him.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Oh,
and he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brees, he gets it to Thomas. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Brees now. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brissett now. Rodgers brings it in. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the... And that's caught inside the 30. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deon Kane, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Brees. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing now is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and now it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Offense.
Yeah, that was my...
And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Breeze now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
I'm kind of mad that they changed some of the plays from 19. And then certain players were good on 19. They changed it to different. Now I can't get the...
Here's Bissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hines, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Brissett, they'll find Hines out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. from the shotgun. It's Bissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt.
My bad, it was... I gotta check something real quick before... Alright, my bad.
Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On play action, it's Breeze. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A big play there just before halftime. 69 yards. On play action, now Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Let's get it. And the headline.
Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, let's take a quick peek ahead to Week 9, some of the intriguing games. First off, one that you're calling. How about the red-hot Vikings at the Chiefs? That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a blast, and I made a prediction last week that if the Chiefs lost to the Packers at home, if there was any way possible Patrick Mahomes would play against Minnesota, they're going to try their best to have him ready for that one. They need him. Hard to believe the Chiefs have lost 3 in a row at home.
How about the Sunday night game, too? Patriots-Ravens.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a ball game because the Patriots defense, historical proportions is what we're seeing from them. But here comes Lamar Jackson with his elusiveness at quarterback. That's going to be a blast to see how they game plan for his legs.
Bears and Eagles, those teams need that win.
Yeah, the Eagles got a huge one last week, going to Buffalo and winning against a stout defense. The Bears, once again, missing a field goal. That rears its ugly head. The Bears absolutely, positively have to have this one.
And then lastly, the game of the week, Jets-Dolphins.
Yeah, someone's got to win that one, right? And if I were the Jets, I'd be very concerned about this one. I think this is the one the Dolphins circled on their calendar, circled on their schedule. This is the one the Dolphins may very well go get.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
Wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, easy.
They run it again with Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the...
Sorry. Give me a second.
Of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield. Very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Brissett. So complete there, Rodgers. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, 84 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Let's go.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They go play action here on 1st down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Step up breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
I mean, this might be a bad idea, but I'm going for it.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play fake, Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Silver.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deon Cain, 39 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The throw right sideline here is complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Breeze going to throw here. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. To throw, it's Breeze. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. That one into the hands of Kane. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A.J. Klein.
Well, that is game, 54-34. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.